a property, I would assume that the title has already been transferred into your name. So if that's the case, then you would probably, the first step that you need to do is get a valuation of the property. So you not necessarily talk to the real estate um, agents, but it's better to get a valuer in. So you get the valuer in, let them value the property, and then you can go and sell the property. Again, you are subjected to supply and demand again, and so sometimes you need to leave room for negotiations also. So that's one thing I can suggest to when a customer is trying to sell their house. The other thing is what you said. For me to just recap on what we discussed. The first thing that we discussed about was that when it comes to the property price and why is it expensive, people are asking, it's not actually the physical house itself, it's the land itself. So the land is the issue here. If the land is cheap, then it will be much cheaper for you. All right. The other one is that we discussed was it's a statistical fact that not everyone will be able to purchase a house in the city or on state land. So for the rest of us, I think it's much better that we go and we build our house back at home. It's much cheaper there. Sampai time you finish work na you go silip gen la house blow. All bubu blow you know good la. So good la you work while we are working. We need to go and build our house back at home. And then we discussed why are property prices increasing. You summarizing more some property prices are increasing lo two factors. One plan scarcity, right? So either the land is owned by customary landowners or it's illegally occupied by illegal settlers, which is making it difficult for us to free up the government to free up the land. And then another plan, supply and demand. So we can see the supply and demand playing out there. So there's fuel of something that a lot of people want to, and that's fueled by population growth, economic growth. Maybe the other one that I can put in there is inflation. So if we can get an handle of inflation and it spirals out of control, then prices lo hardware na one by Guantap. So I think it's incumbent law all authorities blame me, or responsible authorities blame me law try and see if they can manage inflation. Right, and then I think we closed off with the solutions. What are the possible solutions? One is we said that if all the stakeholders involved get together, it can help all homeowners purchasing house. One plan by way of government involvement. So we can work more policies, amending more laws, allowing growth inside long up, especially in terms of reducing the price or managing the price of houses. The other one is we saw that if we have a favorable banking terms, so if you're a bank out there, Kina Bank, PSP, Westpac, you are listening out there, you try and reduce your banking terms to make it conducive for more Papua New Guineans to go and take a loan from you to purchase a house. Right. The other one that we also discussed is the Superannuation Act. I believe that I think it's high time that we need to see how we can access the money while we are still working. Because what's the point? Time you may lose him work now na. You may lose him life, believe me. Now this money you may save him also now. So while we are working, is it possible for us to access some of those money that is sitting in super? They say that they got a couple of billion kina worth of assets now. Look record him all profit belong all. Good la osem. All contributing come lo yumi. But point belong me osem. While the person is still alive, can he access enough money in there to help him purchase a house on state land? So those are. And then I think lastly, before we close, if employers can come and get involved, like housing scheme, You know, we can come up with an housing scheme. If you're an employer, you are employing employees. You know, you can come up with an housing scheme to assist the employees access money so that they can go and purchase house. And I think we have a couple of examples of employers that got involved. Lo wante mo employee blongol lo security mo employer blongol lo employee blongol lo work. So that collaboration also is needed. It's not only the employee themselves that can solve the problem. It's a holistic. It needs a holistic approach where all the stakeholders we can involve on them to make it possible to purchase a house.